on Elm Street Part 3. Freddy's just around the corner.
Welcome back to the 31 Days of Spooks. My name is Dylan Goebel, and today we're talking about A Nightmare on Elm Street 3, Dream Warriors, released in 1987. The film was directed by Chuck Russell, who also directed movies like The Mask and Eraser. And it stars Heather Langenkamp reprising her role from the first film, and it also stars Patricia Arquette, Lawrence Fishburne, John Saxon, and of course, the one and only Robert Englund, reprising his role as Freddy Krueger. Alright, so what is it about? Okay, so it's about these group of people in a psych ward, and they're all being killed off by Freddy Krueger, and they form an alliance, a bond if you will, where they gather together and try to defeat Freddy Krueger once and for all. Okay, so what do I think about A Nightmare on Elm Street 3, Dream Warriors? This, to me, is the second best sequel. It's not quite as good as the first film, but it is better than the second one. And this will be the last great installment until a certain one that I'll be reviewing in a few days. It's a downward spiral from here for a little bit. But overall, this movie is fucking awesome. This is a really fucking good sequel. It's got some great practical effects, some really imaginative dream sequences, some awesome kills, great performances from pretty much everybody. And of course, Freddy Krueger is fucking badass. This is the jokiest he has been so far. He makes a lot of jokes in this movie, but it doesn't feel forced. It feels right for this movie's tone. And I did get a few laughs out of it, so there's that. Of course, with it being a slasher movie, this is much more of a slasher movie than the previous one. Let's talk about the kills. They're great. Two in particular stand out. There's the one where Freddy is ripping out this guy's, I think they're called tendons or something, or veins. I don't fucking know. I'm not a biologist. And he uses them as strings and fucking makes this guy into a puppet. It's gruesome as shit. It's one of the goriest parts of the movie, and it is awesome. That's my favorite kill of the movie. And then of course there's the second kill, with the iconic line, "Welcome to prime time, bitch." Yep, that's the one where this is the one where that line is from, and that scene is fucking spectacular. That's the second best kill in the movie. Overall, this movie's fun. This feels like a superhero movie in a way, especially when they're in the dream world and they have their own powers to fight Freddy Krueger. That shit is awesome. This movie's just full of imagination. It almost makes you feel like a kid, even though this is an R-rated slasher movie. This kind of reminds me of like those old like fantasy movies that I used to have on VHS when I was a kid. All that shit is great. I love all the characters in this movie. I think in terms of characters, this is my favorite film in the franchise. I love all of these characters. I actually cared about them. And some of the ones that die, I'm like, oh man, why did this one have to die? Shit like that. And yeah, of course, this movie's got some good practical effects with its blood. And you even get some great stop motion effects, which are pretty cool, especially for the 80s. This movie's just fun. It's pure fun for 90 minutes. I only have really one issue with this film, and that's sometimes this movie can drag just a tad. There are some scenes that could have been trimmed down just a little bit. Just some scenes that have a little too much filler. But other than that, this movie's fucking fun. It's got an awesome performance from Robert Englund, as you expect him to be great as Freddy Krueger. He's the one and only. And, I love all the characters, and the actors who play these characters are fucking great, too. It's cool to see Heather Langenkamp back. Fucking Lawrence Fishburne, being awesome and looking real young, because this is in the 80s. So, yeah, he's a lot younger than what he is now. This movie's just a blast. I highly recommend A Nightmare on Elm Street 3. It's my second favorite sequel. We'll get to my favorite sequel, which some people don't call it a sequel, but it's part of the franchise, so I'll call it a sequel. A Nightmare on Elm Street 3 is a great time, and I'm absolutely giving A Nightmare on Elm Street 3 an A. So what did you think of A Nightmare on Elm Street 3 Dream Warriors? Comment below, let me know, and if you like my stuff, you can like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell.
This is it, Jennifer. Your big break in TV. Welcome to prime time.